Grand evening, grand evening. The time's about, I think, 10:30 p.m. here in southern Texas, in Cypress, in the Houston area, northwest of Houston, about 35 miles in the burbs, and it's a quiet night. A lot of times I come out here and I meditate at night. It's quiet, it's peaceful. I can see the stars, I can see the moon. Another reason why I wouldn't want to live inside the city, because it's not quiet in the big city. South of me, about 35 miles, H-Town. Babylon, the Matrix, it's a jungle. So I decided to come out here and trim my cacao, aka chocolate tree. This is where chocolate comes from. The cacao tree produces a pod that chocolate's made from. And right now, chocolate is the highest per pound it's almost has ever been. If you don't believe me, check it out. Chocolate's very expensive right now. So I'm going to go ahead and this cacao has taken off. As you can see, it started right here. Now it's up here. It's got some insect damage on it, so I'm going to go ahead and trim some of these leaves off where the insect damage is and everything. And these are the new leaves up here. So it's good to trim the damaged leaves off and the lower leaves so that the tree can focus on put its energy into producing the upper canopy, like right here. So I'm going to go ahead and trim all these off down here. We're going to trim all these off. So let's get rid of them so the tree can focus on the top canopy. And you might say, wow, he's really taking a lot off. No, I'm not. I'm taking the lower stems off because of what I said. Just like that. So now the tree will continue to grow up. And now all that energy can go to the top canopy and continue to produce more new leaves. And that's why it's important to trim all your trees, so especially if they're growing in pots. So I trim off all the damaged leaves and everything, so new leaves can come in its place. And that's what I'm doing now. So just like that. You don't want to trim off too many leaves because the tree needs the leaves to collect sun energy. So the leaves I trim off will go into my worm farm. Nothing gets wasted around here as far as plant waste. All my plant waste is fed to my worm farm. So, and like I was saying before, I'm not a person who likes to get caught up into all what's popular and so forth. People ask me, well, why don't you say you're not a content creator? Because people are calling themselves content creators and they don't have any content. They just don't have any content. And I'm not saying that to be mean, or I live in the real world. So just like people calling themselves homesteaders, they don't have a homestead. They're not growing any food, but they call themselves homesteaders. They call themselves gardeners, but they're not growing anything. They're not. They're just, people are doing things because that what they're doing is, from what I'm seeing is, I don't mean to get off topic here, but something I had to address because somebody asked me, why do I always say I'm not a content creator? So I'm answering the question. They're doing it because they're trying to get validation, fit into these cliques, circles, and groups so they can get likes so their channels can grow. You know, I'm not that kind of person. To me, that's just fraud. I consider that fraud. Here's a soursop, my little soursop tree that's growing very well. As you can see, all the new leaves. I'm going to cut them up here and trim off some of these dead leaves so this soursop can continue to grow, and it's growing. So get rid of those damaged leaves. I like to do this at night because, for one, it's cooler. This is Texas. You know, like that song. This is Texas. What's her name? Beyonce sings that song. It's hot as heck in the daytime. So I'm coming over here and doing some maintenance at night when it's cool. I can meditate. It's so peaceful and quiet. As you can see. And I just enjoy coming out here. Everything's nice and green because of my super tea I make and fertilize everything with. And everything's doing good. My dragons are doing real good. And I'm going to be moving some dragons around as I get the more high tonals up, getting everything done and that. Like I said, everything is a journey. You know, this is real. It's a journey. It's not this content, fake content, edited content. You see what I do. I'm actually doing this stuff. I'm actually growing stuff. You know, I don't talk the talk without walking the walk. You know, so everything's looking good. So forth. So I just wanted to make that little, clear that up. Why people say, well, why you not say content creator? Because I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not trying to be. I don't need validation from other people. I'm not trying to get outside of who I am to get likes and all that. You either like me or you don't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I'm just here to share information and show my journeys and be honest. I'm here to be honest. Some people will do anything to grow their channels. They will do anything. Just like in the social media, I'm learning, it's like a mirror of real life. It's just like a mirror of real life, like these streets out here. A lot of people are for the streets. They for the streets. And a lot of social media people are like that. They for the streets, and they bring that same mentality to social media. And you see it, you know. So I'm just keeping it real. I'm the type of guy who's always kept it real, and I will continue to do that, you know. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I still have a lot to do with my DIY solar journey, my DIY aquaponics. As you can see, I'm finally getting the new systems up. You know, I'm not in a hurry. It takes time. I want to do it right. You know, for me, it's not about rushing and creating content so I can get likes so the channel can grow. Nah, that's not me. That's not Redemption Till Life Wayne. That's not how I move. So that's not how I operate. I operate in the real world. I operate in the real world. So until next time, I hope everybody's having a nice evening, positive vibes. Drink your water, drink your tea, find your chi. DIY aquaponics, DIY solar, DIY prepping, because ain't nobody coming to save us.